Welcome to the Real CP Show. I'm your host, CP. And today's topic, these two border-breaking illegal immigration type women, endangered children. But overall, Black Americans are expected to help these border break illegal immigrant type women and numbers of men like this, along with millions of other border breaking illegal immigrants. They really do think, just like in some other topics relating to some Black adjacent cosplaying, trying to cosplay Black Americans, the one applies to that, and however other people that slide under the people of color generic banner and people of color, what I just said that, banner and Black and brown banner, the list goes on, right? The little silly little infantile tactics that they expect millions of Black Americans to not see through these little tactics whatsoever, right? But you best believe Black Americans better not try to go across that southern border or any of those particular places and break immigration laws, and see what happens, right? But you got these little dangerous and pseudo dangerous and scamming type of border break illegal immigrants and pseudo border break illegal immigrants, right? Like the ones you see on this screen, right? That you best believe in their homeland, Black Americans better not go to that person's homeland and break immigration laws and then commit criminality. And again, see what happens. But they feel freely that they can come to El Norte, break immigration laws left and right. In this situation, these two particular border break illegal immigrants, women, right? The articles didn't say if they had children, they didn't say if they were on WIC, food stamps, which is not going to say in the first place. But like these two border break illegal immigrants, most likely they were on food stamps. Most likely, be it directly or indirectly, right? Because you don't have to be a citizen to be on food stamps, right? You see how that goes. Think about that for a second. Just like the situation happened in November, where it was like, oh my goodness, the food stamp situation could catastrophicness. Oh my goodness, what are they going to do about these food stamps? But what most media and various other personnel didn't talk about is, what about the border break illegal immigrant type women that are getting food stamps, getting WIC, direct and indirect? They didn't talk about that, right? But again, millions of border break illegal immigrants, however, political entities, one applies to, etc., right? They want Black Americans just to be silly and stupid, not to see through these games, right? But when you say, hey, you want Black Americans to help border break illegal immigrants out and pseudo immigration type person, etc., what are y'all going to do to sit there and help out Black Americans who don't need them in the first place? But what are you going to do about that? This is what they don't do. Yes, that's exactly what they're going to do, right? Or just like this right here. Take a look at this before I read the article. Let the Negro fight his own battles. His problems are not mine. I don't want to ally with him. Felix Terragina, Mexican American president of LULAC, 1956 to 1960. Where did that say anything about they were talking about Black and brown? Where did that say anything they were talking about Black and brown? See these little nonsensical tactics, man. I'm telling you, they play upon millions of American Blacks with very few exceptions who don't see through these games. So let me go ahead and share my screen. on this. This is a quick article, actually. Let me make sure you can see this. Okay. One moment here. Give me one moment here. Okay. Double check and make sure. Okay. See this article? December the 1st, 2025. Today is December the 27th, 2025. ICE arrests 2 criminal illegal aliens, women, convicted of endangering children. That can't be true, because just like Harvard numbers of women in society, there cannot be, any women endangering children, because they are sit there and angelic. Okay. And let alone that can't be true to have these type of innocent looking women. They're just nurturing mothers. Yeah, okay. They will use their kids, and they will do it. Right? This is why, again, a lot of these little unaccompanied minors are being sent also over to U.S. Right? Because they already have some sponsoring and things like that already waiting for them. And how many know it's a border break illegal immigrant numbers women? Right? They bring these little kids, these little pond kids with them, right? Hand in hand, because they know they can get some free food stamps. And how many of them sit there and, be pregnant, come across the border, regurgitating the same old played out type of meme? Oh, we're trying to escape political violence. Black people, Black Americans been going through black pain for centuries. How much political violence has happened toward Black Americans in inhumane anti-American Black laws and policies in America for generations, right? And still, in 2025, going to 2026, there still would not be any significant reparations bill. But still, Black Americans have the most hate crimes put upon them. That's statistically a fact. But you got how political figures and how entities, pro-border break illegal immigrant entities, making sure they sit there and help out border break illegal immigrants. You said that in all these sanctuary cities, and then expect Black Americans to go to the poll and vote for these numbers, these various political personnel that are the ones it applies to, that are pro-border break illegal immigrants. The insultingness of that. So let's continue. Washington, D.C., ICE arrests 2 criminal illegal aliens convicted of heinous crimes against children in back-to-back target operations in New Jersey and Texas. Gladys Leticia Bustamante Rios of Honduras and Maria Alejandra Gamaro Quinones or something like that of Guatemala are both in ICE custody. Bustamante has been previously removed from the U.S. and was barred from ever re-entering, and Gamaro has a final order removal. People previously removed from the U.S. See, yes, you see numbers of males, but see, the minimized also version is when these border break illegal immigrant criminality type women are doing the same thing. But they get most of the time free passes, right? Because they can lie in all kind of ways quicker, right? And a few like these little border break illegal immigrants, they get captured and arrested. But you see Bustamante, she came back across the border again, felony. Now again, let a Black American woman break immigration laws and see what happened to her across that border in any other country, right? She better not break immigration laws and then go right back over to that country again, please. These criminal illegal aliens victimize innocent children, the most vulnerable members of our society, said Harvard personnel. ICE is ensuring that these criminals, border break illegal immigrants, and pseudo immigration type personnel that do these kind of pseudo things will never do this again, which they continue to keep doing. Our mission is about public safety and removing dangerous threats from this country. And we will not rest until our communities are safe from these vicious criminals. They're the ones who wanted to do the right thing in this situation. But unfortunately, their hands also are tied relating to certain other political figures, certain other entities out there that want more border break illegal immigrants, right? On that. And they know there's not enough Black Americans to see the train that's headed toward the Black Americans' direction. Most don't even see it, with few exceptions. Bustamante illegally entered the United States in 1997, people. This is 2025, when she was charged with assault and a family offense and sentenced to 5 years in prison. So she was a super violent border break illegal immigrant. Oh, but see, the various types of main media-ness and pro-border break illegal immigrant type personnel, Black and brown type of nonsensical meme entities, oh, they love trying to sit there and show border break illegal immigrant women, certain types of immigration type, indirect immigration type border breakers, women. They like to try to show them as some innocentness, right? If you don't see through the game. An immigration judge ordered her removal and prohibited her from ever re-entering the country. She was removed on July 3rd, 1999. Bustamante illegally re-entered the country, USA, which is what again? A felony. On November the 9th, 2025, ICE officers arrested her near her residence. She will remain in ICE custody pending her removal. The other little cretin border break illegal immigrant, Gamado, who entered the U.S. legally, watch this, on a business visa, was required to leave the country by April 27, 2007, right? But she failed to do so, which then she becomes what? A border breaking illegal immigrant. ICE encountered her in New Jersey Sussex County Jail on August 14, 2013, after local authorities arrested her for theft, right? Oh, but they're innocent, right? Okay. She posted a $2,000 bond and was released with a notice to appear before a Department of Justice immigration judge. On April 1st, 2025, an immigration judge in Chelmsford, Massachusetts, ordered her removed. ICE arrested her November 10, 2025, in Graham, Texas, where she was reporting for probation after a judge deferred adjudication in her child endangerment and abandonment case. So a child endangerment and abandonment case. She will remain in ICE custody pending her removal. By the way, Bustamante, the little border break illegal immigrant, violent woman, on the left side is Bustamante. On the left side is the Gamado, the violent border break illegal immigrant, child endangerment, assaulter as well, however it goes. She's on the right. But at the same time, Black Americans are told that overall they're supposed to be the helpers in humanity to fight for all people in America, right? While at the same time, again, when you ask the same type of people, what are you going to do? Give me a second. What are you going to sit there and do to help out Black Americans? Which again, Black Americans don't need these type of people. But what are you going to do to sit there and help Black Americans, right? This is what they do. Right? Like cowards, right? But again, they do not expect Black Americans to see through the game. Just like this right here. This happened at the beginning part of January, February, whatever it was, early part of this year in 2025. Look at this. I did a podcast on this. This is inside California. Oh, this is inside California. With a big old giant Mexican flag. That is treason, and that's insurrectionist. Right? And that's terroristic. That's terroristic behavior. Do you think a Black American will go across that border, fire, boom, boom, police cars, right? Tear up stuff left and right, just for the heck of it, because, well, should I say, because they breaking immigration laws, and the citizens and other people want them to go back to the United States, and Black Americans like, no, we ain't gonna do that, because they've been so used to getting freebies across that border. Huh? Do you think that's gonna happen? Black Americans gonna have a big old giant United States flag on top of police cars, protesting their legislation buildings and stuff like that across that border in some other countries? Do you think that's gonna really fly? Do you see the insultings of this? How they really do think that overall Black Americans are stupid. And unfortunately, there is some naive type Black Americans that don't even see, again, what's heading Black Americans' direction even more, with the demographics of certain type of Hispanicism and the growing numbers of certain type of Asianism, right? And however numbers of, which again, by the way, Asianism is it's a broad category, which I don't like even utilizing without context, because when they love saying Asian, even though Asia is a continent with dozens of countries, right? But they love trying to play silly little tactics toward Black Americans to be like, well, oh my goodness, well, look at the Asians, they're so smart. Which Asians you talking about, right? And they're certainly not Pan-Asian love, because they're all kind of strife going on right now in 2025, about to go in 2026. That's going on in various parts of Asia right now toward one another. So I thank you for tuning in to the Real CP Show.